My friend on the phone here or on the Zoom with me, Frank, sitting somewhere in Eastern United States. Here I am in Alberta, Canada. And Frank and I are good buddies. This is how we've met so far. I expect we will meet probably in the next 6 months, either at a real estate workshop, potentially in Baja or at Summit Shareholders in Orlando. Frank, we're well connected, but at the same time, we've never met in person. I feel like you're a friend, you're a colleague, you're someone I can lean on. Tell me a little bit about the our cloud-based brokerage and why it works in terms of this collaboration that you and I have.
It's an interesting thing, Bryon. You and I meet every week, right? So we are part of a group of over 2,000 people, really, that meets every week. And there are several of those kinds of groups, right? Different masterminds that go on. And I think one of the biggest misconceptions is, you guys are cloud-based and everything's an avatar. You don't really interact with human beings and there's no offices. And how do you guys have a culture? I'll tell you, this is the greatest culture I've ever been a part of for a couple of reasons. One, we have one owner. This is not a franchise. One owner, one message, and we're all in this together. Two, we are all owners in the company. That matters because when one person wins, everybody wins. Therefore, when we talk about the cultural portion of this company, there is so much human interaction on a daily basis. There's so much sharing and masterminding and helping each other out. I've experienced more here than I have in any other company I've been in. So you go to a typical office where you maybe 10 to 12 people go a day if you're lucky. I'm in an office of 87,000 people, and I have access to them every single day. Think about that. Think about what level you are in your career. If you're the top person in your office, who is your peer group? Right. Who do you go for to grow more? Right. If you're the brand new agent, who do you go to? A lot of times they don't want to bother anybody. A, there's nobody in the office, and B, they don't want to bother the top guy because they feel like they're going to take their time. The top guy doesn't have time to talk to them. So that happens over and over. It's a vicious cycle. The people in the middle just tread. They're trying to find their way. Well, what I love about here, when you have over 87,000 people to lean on, there's so many different levels of groups and training. You always have a support group. More here than anywhere I've ever seen, anywhere I've been a part of. This isn't a sales thing. This is reality. This is why it works. This is why we have 87,000 plus agents here. This is why we're the largest independent brokerage in the world. This is why we're the fastest growing brokerage in the world. If we weren't great, people wouldn't come here. They're coming here to get better. So, when you think about it, the whole thing about I got to have an office and you don't talk to each other, it's just false. I mean, you and I talk every single week.
Yeah, but this office,
we're a long plane ride away from each other, but it feels like we're buds, right? So, we know each other very well. And we feel that way with so many thousands of people, thousands.